My name is Amy and I'm not a superstitious person. I never have been, but lately I've been questioning if that statement is even true anymore. I'd like to give some additional context before we get into this post. I'm part of a YouTube channel called No One Am, Nobody, with my best friend Carly. We met in my sophomore, her freshman year, when we got paired together as dorm mates. We were quick friends and bonded over both wanting to work in some form of entertainment or film, as well as a shared hobby in urban exploration. Carly and I decided to start our YouTube channel after we documented a particularly interesting visit into an old abandoned theater in our city. I'm not going to lie and say that our first couple videos did crazy numbers or anything, but it certainly didn't do bad. After that, we realized that using our combined skills in audio engineering and videography, with Carly and I pursuing degrees in each, respectively, we could make decently high-quality videos cataloging our ventures into the unknown, as Carly likes to say. Personally, I would argue that while there is an element of mystery, most of the places we go are entirely known as they were once inhabited, but she also likes to say, there's no excitement without some intentional whimsy. I'm coming around to it. At first, only people within the urban exploring community in our area and a few surrounding cities watched, with our videos averaging somewhere within 200 to 300 views per video. About 6 months in though, we got mentioned in a commentary video by a much larger channel than our own. After that, the views on the next couple of videos skyrocketed. Thanks to this, after the hype died down, we maintained a small but steady viewership that slowly grew over time. Now 2 years later, I'm a senior in college and we're still going strong, still making videos together, and still roommates. Things are going great, well, at least they were. Let me not get too cynical, things are still mostly great, and I guess everything that has been happening recently isn't bad, just different weird. I'm not generally a fearful person, my only major fears being dolls and falling, but this stuff has been scaring me. We had a break from school about 3 weeks ago, and it just so happened that a few hours and a couple of towns over that there was a mall we had been getting a lot of comments asking us to go see. So we went, nothing crazy and nothing unusual. We explore abandoned malls all the time. It's often one of the first kinds of abandoned places you end up exploring. Honestly, it's shocking we hadn't been through this one yet, with it being so close. We don't always share the names or locations of the places we visit as a courtesy to the other people who explore them. Hopefully it spares them from some more extreme vandalism as well. But seeing as this is a mall and we've already posted the video of this venture, I see no issue with going into more detail in my description of these events to you. Let me precede this story by mentioning that this day is not the one that I've primarily come here to discuss. Nonetheless, we've received countless accusations of doctoring footage, staging, and lying after this video. And I'm expecting much the same after I post this. It used to bother me a lot, it still kind of does. At the end of the day though, I know what I've been experiencing personally, and this is definitely very, very real. Hard as it is for me to admit it. Genesis Mall was our first encounter. It still gives me the creeps. I don't like to think about it, or talk about it, or anything about it really. Carly has been messing with this tape recorder that she found at an old thrift shop. It's a dusty thing that has been listening since before I could breathe. We're in my car. It's a beat-up 2011 Honda Accord I took over from my uncle a few years back. He painted it neon green. Looking at it makes my eyes burn like when you stare at a fluorescent light just a second too long. Except it's as soon as I lay eyes on the damn thing. But she's reliable, gets me where I need to go, and was cheap. He had a hard time selling it to anyone else. I wonder why. Carly's muttering to herself again, and I can see her frame jostle out of the corner of my eye. Her hand, tap, smack, tapping on the recorder as I get out to start checking over our stuff before we go inside. By the time I finish up, she is still trying to get the damn thing to work. I snatched it out of her hand. Let me see that. Turning it over in my hands, I inspected the unfamiliar, now all too familiar, recorder. It's in decent quality with only a handful of scuffs. The buttons aren't even worn down from use. But the age is obvious just by looking at it. This thing is ancient. Where'd you get it? I tease her before she quickly snatches it back to her own hands. She has new nail polish on today. It's orange. Hey. She draws out in mock offense. It is not ancient. I found it at the collector thrift store. Her chest puffs out like a cat proud of the last mouse it's caught to drop at its owner's feet. The Collector is the name of this old thrift store off 8th and Main in our college town. It's old, creaky, covered in dust, and that's just the nice old woman that runs it. Some of the things you may find in there are old quilts someone's grandchildren decided they didn't want, dozens of glass elephant statues from the unfortunate latest victim of the nursing home, and old DVD and VHS players that someone finally decided to stop let collect dust in their entertainment center. That is to say that while there are some gems and Carly does most of her shopping there, they can be far and few between. Lots of tape recorders pass through there, but this one is in surprisingly good quality compared to all the other junk. That old thrift store. Weren't you just there? I don't remember you bringing anything like this home. Yeah, her eyes are intently focused on the recorder again, and I can hear the quiet rustling of her windbreaker as she turns it over in her hands every which way. I think it's from the 90s or something, she mumbled. Why? Well, I mean, they haven't really been a thing since. No, my hand goes up to stop her while I pinch the bridge of my nose. Sorry. I mean, I know, but why do you bring it? Oh, I thought it might be cool, just for me or the channel too, I guess, like an audio diary or an audio log. She rambles on progressively faster. If I don't interrupt soon, I just know she'll quickly spiral into all the over-explained reasonings behind it. An audio log? That sounds like it could be kind of cool, and I meant it. It did sound interesting. Plus, maybe it could be kind of fun. We could act like we're reporters or some sort of old-fashioned detective. Maybe a little childish, but through spending time with people like Carly, I'd learn not to worry about stuff like that so much. Wait, what does that do for the channel? I mean, it looks fun, but people are doing all sorts of behind-the-scenes and bonus content stuff now. I think our viewers would like it. Okay, yeah. So you want to post this alongside our regular videos then? Some of it at least. Plus it could be good helping us keep details straight for things to mention in the commentary. Now if I could just get a few more minutes, she says, peering / low-key glaring at the thing from between her eyelashes. Nope. I snatched the recorder right out of her hand. You can figure that out inside. It's already getting later than we planned. We bickered back and forth for a few minutes, my eyes repeatedly darting to the sun monitoring its slow descent. Abruptly our bickering stops when Carly notices something about the tape. Oh. She laughs. It's been recording this whole time, I just didn't notice before. I sigh. That's great. The cloth of my seat presses into my back as I stare at the ceiling of the car, my head lolling to the side as I look at her and start laughing.